take me a long time, but basically it's classify what kind of polynomial it is, and it'll list it in the directions. But you guys remember the types of polynomials?
Yes.
Monomial, binomial, trinomial. And if it's more than 3, it's just other polynomial. And also sometimes it was not a polynomial. You guys remember what made it not a polynomial? Okay, Abby, you and Atticus switch, please. Por favor. Abby's excited about this opportunity.
Yeah, Abby.
She gets stuck there.
Abby, where's
I should come over here.
No, that's still gonna be Jesse's spot.
He was usually I
Heck no, that would be the worst possible idea.
Yes.
Good for you guys, bad for everybody else. Okay. And so we're gonna class. Oh yeah. What makes it not a polynomial? How do you know if it's
Negative exponent.
if you divide by x or any variable, or if it's a negative exponent? That is not a polynomial. Is this a polynomial? Yes. Okay. And you also have to state the degree of the polynomial. You guys remember how we did that? The term with the largest exponents, you add the exponents on the terms, and the term that has the most exponents that's the degree. Okay, if you forget, we'll go over here in a second. So, all right. Actually, that might give you another few seconds. I'm going to make this a grade, and I will give you a 0 if you're doing nothing. You get 3 points if you do something. 0 if you do nothing. Huh?
Was it like a completion grade?
Yeah. Completion grade. Okay. Yeah, I think we stopped at Sophia. So,
Sophia should start.
Sophia wants to go again?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
She actually said she didn't care. I was trying to give her a hard time. You want to do it? Okay. What kind of polynomial is number 1? Trinomial. And what is the degree? 3. So why is it 3? Because the term with the largest powers has a 3. All right. Now, John, number 2. Not a polynomial. Yeah, kind of an easy one. If it's not a polynomial, you don't have to state the degree because there kind of isn't a degree. Because we're dividing by x, that's the no-no right there. If it was just a 5, it would still be a polynomial, but yeah, it's not. All right, Bo, number 3, what kind of polynomial is that? Yep, it's all multiplied together, so it's like one big monomial, one big term. And do you know what the degree is? No. So since it's one term, you put all the powers together. By the way, what's the power on the y? 1. So all those together make 6. Shush. Alright. Technically there is a power on the, you could say it's 24 to the 1, but you don't count that because it's not a variable. You only do the variable exponents. Alright. And I guess we're confused since we're going backwards. Let's go in opposite order. So AJ, how about 4? Okay, it would be a binomial except for it's got negative exponents. Which, do you guys remember what negative exponents mean? It's like it's like 7 divided by x squared, 7 over x squared. So this is not a polynomial either. So you don't have to put the degree, you don't put -2 or whatever. Alright. Yeah, both of them would be wrong, so don't put either of them. This one says evaluate blah 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 when this stuff happens. Let's go 5. Okay. Number 5. Now, this one could be really easy, but some people are still going to get it wrong, unfortunately. You guys know why some people are going to get that one? We'll talk about it later. Try and do it. Hopefully get it right.
Do we simplify it, or do we keep it?
Evaluate, what does evaluate mean?
I don't know.
You just solve it, you know.
So, do we do it with the power?
Yeah, it's like if all this stuff, evaluate this. So you just put them all in. Just plug it in, that's all you do. If you do it right, these could be really easy. Easy points for everybody, hopefully. Whoops. I think I can squeeze 8 in here. Case, can you see the bottom on here?
Yes.
Okay, one more of these. Okay, there's not a lot we need to talk about probably on these, but let's make sure we do them right. So, Corbin, do you know why some people might get number 5 wrong?
They might, do the whole, like, do 9 consecutive power.
Okay, well, no, that's not what I was thinking. I was thinking they might try doing this. And this would be wrong. You guys know why it's wrong? Okay, because what your calculator would do is it would square the 2, but not the negative. And we're supposed to square x, which means we're supposed to square all of that. So even though there's no parentheses over here, it does need parentheses. Or you could just do it in your head. What's -2 squared? -2 times -2. -2 times -2 is 4, times 9 is 36. So if you do it without a calculator, make sure you are using order of operations. So exponents first, multiply second, then add and subtract last. Okay, so Leah, did you try 6? 6 has a similar issue because z squared, negative 5 squared, would need parentheses. Or you could do it in your head and just say that's going to be positive 25. Did you try this one, Leah? Yeah, negative 28. I'm not even, I don't think it'll be negative. Oh, hold on, I typed in the wrong thing, but it's still not going to be negative. Alright, did I put the right numbers in this time? Okay, so Leah, did you do that? Okay, so same thing as we talked about back here. When you're squaring a negative number, if you want to square the whole thing, you gotta put it in parentheses. Or else it won't square the negative unless you kind of tell it to with the parentheses. So we got negative 2, this is minus 21, and this is plus 25. So it looks like that'll come out as 2. So again, these could be really easy points, but they could be really easy to lose too. There's like 25 questions, so each one is going to be like 4%. All right. Josiah, did you try 7? That's kind of a large one, isn't it?
Try 7.
All right, Brian.
Okay, so 5 times negative 5 equals
Well, exponents come first, though. Now, on this one, you can put parentheses. It actually wouldn't matter if you had parentheses or not. You guys know why? Either way, your answer should be negative over here. Because if you cube a negative, negative times negative is still negative. So either way, this first term should come out negative. Yeah, 5 times 5 times 5 times 5, that's a big number. That's kind of hard to do, but it's 625. So it'll be negative 625 minus 28, which is negative 653. It's large. Okay, one more. Kind of having trouble putting it in. Y squared. So 7 squared plus 6 times 7 minus. Okay, this one might catch some people because x is negative 2. We have to subtract negative 2. So you could do that, or you could just change it to a plus. Y is 7. Okay. So that would be 49 plus 42 plus 2. Which I believe is 93. All right, here's kind of the tricky part of this test. The rest of the test just says simplify. So we're adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing. But they like mixed it up. It's an all, like, they're kind of all over the place. So they don't do like adding and then subtracting and then multiply. They just mix it all up. So I'm going to mix it up.
Mr. Jordan.
Yep.
What time do us basketball boys get?
10:30.
Well, no, the kickoff's at 10:25,
So we get out.
so we get it earlier.
No, we should do it. It's 'cause it's nice. Screw me.
Cute.
Good luck. I don't know why I said like
What if the
that.
consolation bracket, bro? Like, not the team. The team we played today isn't next. It looks like a. It looks
Yikes. Mike? All right. Simplify these. Here's candy wrapper.
I don't remember how to do this.
W's in the shot.
All right. Josiah, how about number 9? Shh. So it's an adding problem, right? So we can only add like terms. So what is x squared plus x squared? It's like 1x squared plus 1x squared is 2x squared. And then we have plus 4x plus a minus 9x. Yep. Minus 5x, yes. And then minus 7 plus 4. Yeah, that'll be it. Alright, basketball guys can go.
Good luck.
Thanks, Luke.
Hey, Case, look what I just found.
Oh, no.
Whatever.
Here, you can have that.
Why do you like to do the player? Oh, wait.
AJ, weren't you not in basketball?
Oh, what?
I'll pass out at least one water.
AJ, I thought you were in basketball.
We'll film over 20 minutes of film.
Yeah.
All right. Mallory, what do we do on number 10?
Times 5x by 3.
Yeah, so yeah, it's a FOIL problem, right? 5x times both of those and negative 1 times both of those. Okay, so what would the first be, Mallory?
15x squared
Outside?
plus 20x
In?
minus 3x minus 4.
Okay, so it's a FOIL problem. We've done a ton of these. Hopefully you guys got them by now. So we got 15x squared. The middle two are like terms, so they do add together. 20x minus 3x. Okay, that's it. Okay, how did I know to add on this one and multiply on this one? This one added plus in between. This one just had parentheses between them. Or nothing between the parentheses, just right next to each other. Okay, so 11 is a subtract. Let's see. Usually go. So now we're going this way. I guess Brianna, you're up. So Brianna, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna write 12 and I'll ask you. Okay. Brianna, what are we gonna do on number 11? You ideas? Huh? Right. Count. So 2 minus 4. Right. So make sure you're subtracting all of this parentheses, not just the first one. So then we have 5x minus negative 7x. Hey, be quiet. Okay, minus negative 7x makes it a plus.
Right.
So 5x plus 7x. Right. And then we have negative 4 minus negative 2. So it'd be negative 4 plus 2, and that will be negative 2.
How much questions on that?
The test has 25. All right, Moses, how are we gonna do? Actually, we're at 13. What have we not done yet? Let's do all right, Moses, what do we need to do on 12?
I set it up like the vertical way. So I put the 2x squared plus 5x minus 2 on top. And then 4x minus 1 on bottom.
Okay, but what do we need to do though?
I multiply negative 1 times everything. And then 4x times everything. And add this.
Yep, so it's like double distribute. So 4x times everything, negative 1 times everything. It's kind of like the last problem, but larger. So for time's sake, I'm gonna kind of fast forward through this. This is 8x cubed plus 20x squared minus 8x negative 2x squared, multiplying everything by negative 1. Okay, then you can add your like terms. I know this is quick, but we don't have much time. Hopefully you guys have the patterns by now. Okay, 13 is the easier kind of division. Miranda, do you remember how we did this? Right up, very well. Divide everything by 5. So 20 divided by 5 is 4. What do we do with the letters? Like, how do we do A3 divided by A2? Yeah, subtract the exponents, yes. And the B is a B1. So 3 minus 2 is 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. 15 divided by 5 is 3. A squareds cancel out here. B squared minus B1 is 1B plus 25 divided by 5 is 5. And then A4 minus 2 is 2, and the B's would cancel out. That's it. Okay. Gosh, we don't have time for all this business, do we? So we talked about it yesterday, so I'm just gonna have to say refer back to yesterday. There will be a long division. How can you tell it's the harder version? When there are 2 terms in your divisor. Okay, they might write it like this. Okay, x minus 5. They might write it like that. I think actually they do, if I remember right. So this is a long division problem. So we're not gonna have time, so you guys are gonna have to, well. Hmm? Are you talking about page 400? Yeah, we turned in, are you talking about page 400, are you sure? No. Okay, one other problem I want to ask about. How do we do this? X minus 7 squared. You do x minus 7 times x minus 7, so it's a FOIL problem. Okay, how about a problem like this? What would we do in this situation? Distribute. So you just multiply 2x on everything. Alright. Good.